Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dimitri, and today we're checking out 1971 BMW 2500 automatic. Let's take a look at it. Here it is inside our showroom. With this video, we're going to start from underbody because, well, the whole car is impressive. But anytime we're looking at a 1971 automobile, seeing no rust is very exciting. And this is the car, 1971, and it has virtually no rust. It certainly has no structural rust. It has no rust to be concerned. We may see a little bit of like very little surface rust here and there, which would be considered normal even for a late model vehicle. So let's take a closer look at it. I'm gonna get my flashlight and we're gonna start from the front of the vehicle. But let's take a walk around the car while it's on the lift so we don't forget to do that. And by the way, for those of our viewers that are not familiar with AlphaCars, we're reporting from our Boxborough location showroom. This is our main location. We have multiple showrooms, and here we also have our service center. So let's take a look at the underbody. So we're looking at the apron. There are a lot of new parts on this car that were installed by the most recent owner. You can see new brake hoses, front struts were replaced, and again, the best feature of this car is, of course, its rust-free condition. (1971) 4-piston brake calipers. You can see the chrome protective edge on the fender. And anytime I see something like that, I'm like, wow, what's under it? Well, we pulled it off, and it actually has a rust-free, immaculate fender. So no worries there. Here's the front frame rail, which is immaculate. And we're transitioning on the passenger side. (1971), this was the entry point. I think this might be, and I could be wrong, so I apologize in advance for those that know more, but I suspect this may be the BMW's entry in the luxury car world, this BMW 2500 automatic, because it is awfully close. Well, the Bavaria is awfully close to this one, but this one is much more elegant than Bavaria. And Bavaria was considered the BMW's competitor to the Mercedes. Look at these rocker panels. The outer ones, the inner ones, the floor. Yeah, before we shift into rear suspension, let's check out the drive shaft tunnel. transmission. Flex joint, also known as guibos. Great condition. And here's the spline joint for those of you that are interested. It's actually, you would loosen that nut when you install the drive shaft, and then when you tighten it and you have the suspension at the proper height, you actually tighten that nut to fix the position of the front shaft to the rear shaft, so the spline joint does not move. And the rear suspension is equally exciting. Absolutely no rust. Recent shocks you can see, and it looks like they're OEM, original equipment, or OEM shocks. Again, absolutely no rust in the fender wells. Some kind of a dent right here, but again, no rust. Actually, is it a dent, or that's the way the body panel is? No, that's the dent, little dent, but again, no rust because it's a California car. We were told the gas tank was replaced at some point. And you can tell it's actually very, very nice. A little bit, tiny little bit of surface rust right there. And again, it's nothing penetrating, really typical, easy surface rust. Absolutely no rust otherwise. Very, very impressive vehicle. Original, nice original assembly. You can see all the seams are consistent with factory. Look at all that. And of course, this is not the original paint. You can look at the paint meter readings in our listing, which we have, but the quality of the paint is very, very good. Okay, so we're going to lower the vehicle and keep going with our inspection. We'll take a walk around the vehicle when it's on the lift on the chest level, if you will, and you can see more details this way. Again, beautiful paint. I don't really see any dents or gouges or paint blemishes. It looks very, very nice. As I said, it has been refinished, and overall it looks beautiful, but I'll point out a couple of things that I would be looking at if I was looking at this car, and that is while the paint finish is very, very nice, I'm gonna point, there are some slight clear coat blemishes. You can see right here, a tiny little bit, you know, it's barely noticeable. In fact, I didn't see it until we lowered the vehicle. There's a little paint blemish right here, and I think that's about, yeah, and the little run, I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it's tiny, like right there. Other than that, I'm looking around and it's actually looks nice and consistent. The grille has a little bit of black finish flaking. You can see a little bit here as well. Certainly could be easily refinished. I'm surprised we didn't notice it, but I'm noticing it now. So, and then passenger side looks very nice. And even on the lift, the body is very rigid. The door opens and closes nicely. You can see door sills. Fresh smell from the cabin. Plenty of room in the back. Good height to look at the headliner, which actually looks very nice. No sagging, no rips, and it actually looks like it may be original. I love this texture you can see right here. So that's all good. And I'm in love with the rear body of the 2500 BMWs. Very European, kind of futuristic at the time when this car was produced in early 70s. The way this looks in the back is really cool. Let's take a peek in the trunk. Nice and clean, carpeted space. Looks like we have some extra parts here. We have road maps. We have, what do we have here? So it actually comes with goodies. I wasn't aware of that. Oh, okay. So this car, we should mention that this car has a completely and thoroughly and properly rebuilt engine. And when we're going to start it, you're going to hear it. So you can see some, actually, you can see some evidence that it was properly done. Here are the chain guides. And then we have rings. They would make a nice ornament for some kind of a wall display. So we have compression rings right here, and we have oil rings that are not clogged. So when they were removed, the engine, I'm sure, was running good. It was more of a maintenance type of rebuild. We can see the crankshaft bearings. And these are a little thinner, must be, yeah, these are all crankshaft bearings. These are thinner, must be connecting rod bearings. And again, nice and smooth surfaces. I'm sure it was a good running engine that someone said, you know what, we're just gonna pull it out and make it right. So even the chain, one of the chain guides, you can see minimal, there are no grooves, minimal wear, but certainly aging and cracking. This is what you want to watch out for when you rebuild your engine. Well, why do you need to rebuild the engine, or at least replace the chain guides that are old, because they will crack. And this one has all the updated parts inside, and it's beautifully done. The block was refinished, everything was sandblasted. We do have a nice repair manual. This is like a few $100s worth of goodies here. These are professional BMW manuals that have proper step-by-step procedures. These are very highly valuable, so you can definitely enjoy reading it, viewing it, and you can certainly use it for servicing this vehicle. Look at this. It gets on the level of the stator in the starter motor. Unbelievable. Yep. I'm actually going to spend some time and read these. So we've got that. This one is for yeah, this is the BMW repair manual part 1, and this is the repair manual, must be part 2. There it is. Yep, part 2. So We're gonna slide it in here, keep things in order for the next owner. Yeah. And a kind of exciting part is that it is in various languages, including English. So, wow, this is really cool. Okay, we have the windshield sunshade. What do we have here? We have old emblems. Must be newer ones on it now. But these are the original ones. First aid kit, well, why not? And this one kind of like a wallet style. Never used. Lucky car. Let's keep the good karma. We have the tour book of the Nevada and California. Wow. San Diego County Popular Street Atlas. There's some valuable stuff here. We have this cool thing, and I promise you it will go with the car. I absolutely love this device. You can find a lot of uses for it. We promise it will come with the device. This device will come with the car. This is important. Little roll protection. And then we have plates. We will supply them with a car. There are more modern California plates right here. And there's all kinds of maps. Like if you're going to be upset with Google one day, this is the box to keep around. So let's see, what else do we have? We have this memo book, and I don't think there's anything personal, so we can definitely check that out. This is car related stuff, so that's good. Oil change, dates to this one to 1991, so that's all good. We have the tire gauge, and looks like the original fuel cap with the BMW logo. I love how the previous owner kept it all replacement parts, and even when the engine work was done, it sounds like he or she requested to keep the bearings, internal bearings from the engine as an evidence to the degree how it was rebuilt. Okay, I promise I'll keep this all in order. I don't want to take your time while viewing this video. Let's check this out. Okay, so we do have the tool set. It actually comes with 3 spark plugs, an extra, check this out, an extra spark plug connector. So this is the one that you slip on like this, and it comes with it. So if you travel in California or Nevada or some other place and you got stuck in the desert, you can actually do some work, and you have all these wrenches. I love some of these wrenches. I love that these are not offset, that they're straight. They're really nice for work. So this is how the BMW toolkit used to be, and we're gonna let the next owner do a little cleaning of this tool set, just a light surface rust, or maybe keep that patina going. So we're going to close the trunk. For full disclosure, there's a little bit of wrinkles on the interior panel. Looks like the seal for the trunk is original. A little bit of cracking, not much, but overall nice and tight. And the car was dry inside when we got it. And by the way, we took it in trade on the BMW E39 M5 that we sold to one of our longtime customer. So let's continue with lowering the vehicle. Okay, now that it's on the ground, Let's have another walk. Just setting up the camera. Okay. Very, very sharp car. Very, very presentable. As I move around the vehicle, I'm going to move the swing arm of the lift, and we'll continue. Oops, I forgot this box. I'm going to put that in the trunk. Gorgeous glossy paint. And the roof. Very nice paint job here. And the gutter moldings are nice and straight. You can see the aluminum, anodized aluminum, actually in phenomenal condition. There's no acid rain damage, and overall really nice and straight. Very, very impressive. We are missing this mirror, for full disclosure, so if you look you won't be able to see much. But we do have the housing is nice. No damage to the chrome. The base is nice. Minimal, barely noticeable pitting. Let's see. I'm going to try to zoom in on that. Hopefully you can see. It looks awesome from the distance, but close up, tiny little pits. I'm not sure if they will buff out. They might. Again, things are nice and straight here. It looks like, again, just for full disclosure, it looks like when the vehicle was refinished, a lot of things were removed from the car, from the body, which is correct. I'm gonna check on the windshield. No, this was not removed. It's got the original rubber, which is good and bad, because when we restore cars, and of course you'd want to remove the windshield, put a new rubber. You may end up putting a new windshield depending how it comes out. But if you want to be on the conservative side, this is the original windshield, by the way. It says made in Germany. Most likely it is the original windshield. We're going to talk about the windshield in a moment. The seal is original, and you can see a little bit of cracking, very little, and you can tell they did a really nice job. They probably pulled back the rubber as much as they could and let the paint go underneath. So it's a very nice taping job, really nice taping job. You can see how it was done over here, but for full disclosure, it is the original rubber. And but all the other things you can see, they were removed, like all these things, door handle, everything else was removed from the vehicle. The windshield, I'm sure, and we sometimes do the same, we will keep the windshield and the back glass. Let's check out the back glass. Yeah, it was also, it's the original rubber. We can tell it's the original rubber. Nicely done, nicely taped. There's no overspray. Really, really nice job. So, but again, for those of you that are considering this vehicle, we want it to be as thorough as possible with the description. We also going to look at the side window seals. We're going to check those out. They look to be original and in good condition. There are spots, let's get there. There are spots like this one where a little bit of felt is missing, but overall it's all there. Oh, I love the cranks. So no power windows, but we have the pleasure of being part of the process. Wow, nice and smooth, very easy. And again, we're going to look at the seal. Nice and tight. Actually, felt is majority of it. It's still there. A tiny little bit of wear you can see, but the window gasket is all in there, and these were beautifully done back in the day. So I'm glad these are original and not reproductions. Kind of the same thing here. Let's lower the window. And again, the window goes so smooth, so easy, and very rewarding to crank that by hand. Yeah, this one is in great shape. Actually, really nice condition here. Really nice condition. Yeah, I think this will go down all the way. Yeah, it does. Almost all the way. So it's the back window goes down, like you can see. It's completely flush here and goes up a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. It's just the design. So this gasket is in great condition. Yeah, you can see. And then the other thing we look at is overall panel alignment. We look at these lines, vertical lines, and well, if the car was refinished, we look at paint consistency, but this one was done nicely. I don't think there were any repaints. Actually, yes, we did refinish the trunk. There were some paint blemishes on the back, so we refinished the trunk. The paint match is phenomenal. We were very lucky with it. There was some paint matching we had to do. Back to body lines. So we have excellent body lines, consistent and vertically consistent. On the bottom, things are consistent. And again, this is thanks to originality of the vehicle, no rust. So the body is nice and strong. Even, you know, this alignment here is nice. Certainly there's no rubbing anywhere. You can see the seam is nice and consistent. The hood, excellent alignment. You can tell the same thing. All the lines are there. Well, let's open the hood. Open the engine, pop the hood. Yep. And I love these engine levers. So let's get that. Let's get there just a moment. Actually, we're supposed to push this elegant, look at this. Look at this button, chrome button, and you push on that, and this opens up, and you have access, let me get the light. So you have access to the fuse box. You can see some relays right there, and actually stuff that is nicely accessible and serviceable. And while we're here, we can also comment on the condition of the underdash components, which is very, very, very important. Look at the, oops, hold on, here it is. Sorry about that, realigning the camera. Okay, so here are the fuses. once again, so we have this, we push the button, it opens up, the lock is nice and tight, you can see that right here, and then we look at the fuses right there, and here's the hood release. Not to mention it's cute. Again, it's really, really cool. And look at the rubber spring. Oops, one more alignment. There it is. So that's a little better. So we're gonna lower it, and what it does, it releases the hood, and we can lift up the hood. So let's do that. Oh, we'll talk about the key. Yep, there's something special about this hood, I forgot. We're going to introduce you to a pretty brilliant device. I don't see it yet. Maybe someone borrowed it for another task, but let's check here. Oh, I see the device. I found it. Hold on. You're going to love this. Check this out. I'm not sure if I can show it because they may be logo infringement, but let's try it. Okay, so we have BMW reproduction. This is not the original part. BMW reproduction. Hood support. It works very reliable, and so if you want to get under the hood of your BMW, if you have something like this, you are safe, and we're all about safety here. Let's check out the engine compartment. We are looking at the elegant, legendary BMW inline 6-cylinder engine. Yeah, and with the hood up, this car also looks really, really nice. You don't want to see too often with the hood up, but when it is, it looks awesome. For full disclosure, looks like we are missing a windshield washer spray nozzle. So, actually, no, we're not missing it. They're right here. I take that back, right here. So we must be missing something there that's worth checking out. But going back to the vehicle condition, look at this amazing scene. And with LED light, like concentrated light, you can see a lot more. So we're not hiding anything. We want to show you everything, and it's all good. The condition of typical things we check out is actually really, really, really nice. The radiator support, the bottom part. Oops, here it is. Look at this. The radiator is original and in great condition. Well, I don't know if it's original, but it's in great condition, and if it was replaced, it was replaced with the original one. Oops. Fine-tuning the camera. You know what? I'm going to set up my light here. I don't have to hang on to it anymore. I can use two hands. So let's check out inside the engine. Well, we need the flashlight again. Oh, look at that. Nice and clean. You can see that little red mark. Yeah, that one means that when you do the valve clearance adjustment, you mark that as completed. Yeah, that engine is impeccably clean inside. This engine alone worth, you know, thousands of dollars, just the way this was done. And then the carburetors are, certainly they were either reconditioned or there was old new stock. You can see, and we adjusted the automatic chokes that are ran by the coolant. So as the coolant warms up, the chokes are released and it's all working good. We made sure of that. There was some fine tuning we had to do on it. And again, looking at the frame rails, check this out. Even the sound deadening material is still all original. Look at this windshield washer tank, which is going to lift that up, put it on the side so we can access, and which is also original, by the way. Here it is. So we can access the engine. And here's our transmission dipstick. We can take a look at the fluid. Ooh. I love these dipsticks that they don't do anymore. So yeah, the transmission fluid. Here it is, nice and clean. I'm sure if someone did this to the engine, the transmission has been, something was done to the transmission and it drives nicely. Here's the transmission fluid. It's nice and clean, no residue. I'll wipe it off, I promise. Okay, here's the tag. You can see the behind the engine firewall kind of stuff. Also in great condition, all original hardware is there. Yeah, these are the windshield washer nozzles right here. All the vacuum lines were replaced. Here's the mechanical fuel pump right here. We're looking at it right there. Also looks like it was replaced. Let's take a look at the distributor real quick. So we'll pop the cover, and one quick check I always do, I look at the movement if there's any free play in the shaft. This one is nice and tight. Well, the car has 70,000 miles, so the distributor should not have free play, and it doesn't. And it is a point ignition, and it runs real nice. So it's all original. No one modified it, no one upgraded it, because it's not a Lucas system. It actually works, and it works great. And look at these horns. They are big. Yeah, we're definitely going to listen to how that sounds. So we're going to start the engine. And yes, it's going to be a cold start. I have my hand on the exhaust manifold right here. And let's give it a start. Look at this key. It has these futuristic pattern that makes this key unique. And obviously it matches the lock. And lock is nice and tight. Oh, beautiful sound. Nothing like you get these days. And outstanding visibility. I'm not talking about the hood in front of us, but I'm talking about how much glass you get. That's the first impression you get in the car. The seat is nice, wide, and then you have all this room. The room I'm talking about is this room. It's like, look at where the windshield is in the relation to driver's eyes or passenger's eyes. Okay, so let's see if our battery is good. The battery is good. Wow. And one observation someone made on our team, we did a TikTok video on this car, which, by the way, in the first, I want to say in the first 24 hours, we had 100,000 views. It's like 0.1 of a million views we had. So, and the person who did that, he made a great observation. Unlike with modern BMWs and other cars, other manufacturers, there's no much branding. Yes, it has BMW logos in the front, but inside, check this out, even the steering wheel does not have a BMW logo. The gauges, they don't have a logo. So let's get it started. We're gonna step on the gas pedal just once to activate the automatic choke. And then we start it, and it runs beautiful. We'll let it run for a little bit, and then we can hit the gas pedal, and the RPM should drop down to idle. It's got nice classical music, and it only comes from one speaker, and it is designed for the driver to mostly enjoy it because it's located right in front of the driver. I forgot, on the YouTube, we need to be careful about playing music more than 15 seconds. So we have here plenty of space to put a lot of goodies. We have another space right here to have even more goodies. And we have these fold-out pockets for additional goodies. And we have the glove box, which is a special topic we're going to talk about. We have these seat belts that are extremely cool because they clip like this. Check that out. Yep. So our engine speed is a little over 1,000, and it is an automatic, as stated on the trunk lid. A nameplate says 2500 and clearly talks about that it is an automatic, because in 1971 very few European cars had automatic transmission, and this transmission has park, reverse, something that may appear as drive but it isn't. It actually says 0, which suggests you are not going anywhere because you're neutral right there. Okay, and also right here it says 0, but someone can mistakenly put it here in D. I can only imagine a dealer selling this vehicle and then gets a phone call on his desk, because there were no cell phones, and says, oh, I just put my car in drive and it's revving up and it's not going anywhere. Well, we're not in drive, we're in neutral. And the drive is actually A for automatic. A for automatic. We also have low gear number 2, low gear number 1. And we're back in park. I love the throttle response on these engines. And I will mention the interior door lock release handle right there. Everything is in great condition. I'm going to close the hood. And I'm going to release the BMW reproduction tool. Oh, yes, and this is not the hood that you need to kind of like gently slam. Like when you close the trunk, you need to give it a little bit of momentum. But with the hood, all you do, you actually just lower it gently, like gently. And look at the clearances. Again, it's you have all these clearances, and the windshield wipers, I'll mention the windshield wiper arms are stainless steel, And the windshield wipers themselves are original stainless steel wipers, which means that throughout the life, the blades, the rubber blades are replaced, but not their arms. And here's the cool part. To close the hood, you will have to pull that push the lever, and as you do that, what happens to the hood? It just kind of like sucks it in. So I'll do a quick drive around the building. I'll do a quick drive around the building. And we're not going to do a full test drive. I'll do it tomorrow. Should be nice and sunny, almost like in California, where this car is from. But we are going to put it in drive. Oh, I just did that mistake. Check that out. Seriously, I put it in D, like fake D. Here's, okay. And our engine speed is just below 600 RPM. It is luxurious. In 1971, to have this car on the road, it is amazing. And check this out. You see how the A dimmed? Because I turned on the lights. And the rheostat for the brightness of the instrument panel works beautiful. Wow, what a scene. We have a Brabus G-Class. It's not a real Brabus, it's actually Brabus conversion kit. And right next to it, we have the UAZ with a Massachusetts plate. It actually shifts very, very nice. Very, very nice. Well, it's getting dusk. We're still going to take a peek at the exterior. And let me just turn the engine off so it'll be quieter. Going to put it in park. Let's take a walk around the car. I left the lights on intentionally. I'm getting more and more in love with this car. I did like it a lot when we got it, and it needed some TLCs, which we provided, and it's unbelievable. But still, it's 1971, so keep that in mind. It is as much as excited we get about cars like this, there's still special interest vintage vehicles. So you definitely need to be careful going across the country. I guess you could, but you need to back up the enthusiasm with some patience, possibly some spare parts and some other things. But this is an outstanding automobile for like local enjoyment. And could you take it across the country? Why not? But again, you need a little bit more than enthusiasm and be ready for additional adventures. But it's a gorgeous car every day. Well, I would say a collector's car, because there aren't many of them, and this one is in a good solid condition. The body is going to certainly be very, very impressive for anyone that looks at it. Mechanically, this car is simply amazing. So definitely keep that in mind. And what else? Yeah, the interior. Check that out. I'm not sure how much you can see with this light. We'll see how the video works out. There are a couple of blemishes we're going to point out here on the back seat right there. There's some separations there. The back panel looks nice. The headrests look good. These are quite substantial headrests right here. They look very nice. All door trims are in good condition, nothing unusual, and the door jambs in excellent condition. You can see the door bottoms have no rust on all 4 doors. The carpets are beautiful. There are no wear spots and everything aligns, everything is tight, no wrinkles. We talked about the seat belt already. We talked about the headliner. The steering wheel is very nice with some normal cracking due to age. But all the clear coat is there, nothing is falling out, so it's good and solid. And the dashboard is beautiful. Here's the glove box, which is in great condition. And I was going to show it to you, so we'll bring some light. Again, look at the HVAC ducts. Look at the side panels, little screws. Everything is in place as it's supposed to be. Oh, and look what we have here. It says BMW mirror. Wow, what a discovery. Do we have a mirror there? I think we do. I think we do. So I'm not sure if we already ordered one. Yeah, there it is. So we do have the mirror. Check this out. There it is. Will it fit? Unfortunately not. So we will have to look at some other options, but currently, as we make this video, we do not have a mirror. Okay, well, this is a BMW mirror, but not for this BMW. We do have the owner's handbook right there. We do have the BMW mirror backing. It's right there. That goes on the inside. So I guess a glass shop could make one. Yeah, we could look into that. Here is the original cigarette lighter, because it was removed to install the USB charger. We do have some fuses there. And again, nice release button right there. Press that and it opens nicely. So gorgeous car. Yeah, we'll have to take another day for a test drive. It was just raining a couple hours ago and the roads are wet. I would hate to make the mess out of this car. Okay. Starts right up. And you can see the chokes already heated up and released the idle up system. So we are running idle at, I guess, probably around 600, 700. Let's pop that hood one more time so we can hear the engine at idle. Yeah, here we are. Runs nice and smooth. Beautiful. Yeah, we do have the mirror on this side. I guess it's the same mirror type that the one we have, so maybe we do need to bring it to a glass shop. Automatic. Nice idle again. It does look nice with the headlamps on, so let's actually have another look at it. Yeah, so those wheel arch moldings, they are not cheap plastic. They're actually stainless steel. Nicely done. So we're going to back it in to our showroom. And it does have power steering, which I kind of like. And that shifter is brilliant. It's so cute. And look at that, how much view we have out of that back window. You almost don't need the side view mirror. It certainly would be handy, but that is a big back window. And the automatic transmission, nice engagement. Yeah, it's a pretty big car too. Idle is beautiful. Putting it in park. Idle's beautiful. The engine is now at full operating temperature. We have half a tank. We have 70,527 miles. And yeah, and what else do we have here? We have a nice mirror. I think it's a slip-on mirror. Yep, it is, but it fits nicely. And the sun visors hold up nice. So we're going to turn this off. So I think we're going to conclude this video, and I'm not sure if we're going to just do our road test video right after that or do it as a separate video. In that case, I would like to thank you for viewing this video, for visiting our YouTube channel. Consider subscribing, sharing, and please let us know which videos you like the best by simply clicking the like button. My name is Dimitri, and until next time.